For the past 2 months, I've been telling you guys that the NBA is in real trouble. This path of social justice that the league has taken, led by LeBron James and facilitated by Adam Silver, it is destroying the NBA in the eyes of the public. Now, of course, you wouldn't know that if you listened to Mark Cuban or the mainstream sports media. The mainstream sports media is completely ignoring the decline of the NBA. Do you guys remember a few years ago when the ratings for the NFL were down 20 or so percent because of the whole Colin Kaepernick situation? ESPN at that time could not get enough of it. Every day on ESPN, the topics were something like, is it now time for the NFL to panic? Will the NBA surpass the NFL in popularity? Which is ridiculous if you think about it, the NBA surpassing the NFL in popularity. But right now, with the NBA less popular than WWE wrestling, with the league experiencing their lowest playoff ratings since 2003, it is crickets over on ESPN and Fox Sports 1. Besides me, some other YouTubers out there, Jason Whitlock, Clay Travis over at Outkick, no one is talking about the sagging NBA ratings. Why? Why is that? Because just like the NBA, the sports media has sold its soul to politics. Talking about the decline of the NBA, it doesn't fit their political narrative. They need you to think this social justice that the NBA is pushing is a popular platform with the majority of Americans. We're in the middle of the most important part of the NBA playoffs. Yet, the past week or two, I haven't posted one video with analysis on what's going on the floor. Now, I posted plenty of videos on the NFL, but every time I talk about the NBA, it's a video like this, talking about social justice and politics and declining television ratings. And to be perfectly honest with you, I get tired of talking about it. But you want to know why I keep talking about it? Because that is exactly what the NBA wants. They want us talking about social justice. So that's what I'll talk about. I'll talk about how social justice is killing the league. And it's also what you guys want as well. My most popular videos the past couple of months have been videos just like this, where I'm criticizing the NBA for embracing social justice and politics. You guys have been vocal about your displeasure with what's going on right now in the NBA. Just think about this for a second. The NBA for years has conditioned its audience to not give a damn about the regular season. Now, the league is conditioning the audience to not give a damn about the playoffs. LeBron James, Adam Silver, they don't want you talking about what's going on the court. They want you talking about what's going on in the streets. They want you talking about defunding the police, about racial injustice, systemic racism. Well, they're getting their wish because not only are people not talking about the NBA, they're also not watching. NBA, it no longer stands for National Basketball Association. Now the NBA stands for No Basketball Allowed. Let me give you a brief breakdown on the state of the NBA right now. There hasn't been one playoff game this year that was watched by more people than who watched The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary. That's right, a documentary series about the NBA in the 90s, 20 years ago, brought in higher ratings than the NBA playoff games themselves. But it gets even better. Thursday night, the NBA's biggest star, LeBron James, he is live and in prime time. Game 4, Nuggets-Lakers, a crucial game, Western Conference Finals. The game was beaten by Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity over on Fox News, and it was beaten handedly. And of course, the NFL absolutely crushed the NBA Thursday night, airing a meaningless game between the Dolphins and Jags. Two teams and two quarterbacks no one gives a damn about. Ratings for the first round of the NBA playoffs were down 27% compared to 2019. Down 40% from 2018, the last time LeBron was in the playoffs. When the ratings were down last year, everyone blamed it on LeBron. The ratings are down because LeBron James isn't in the playoffs. Now, isn't it ironic? Because the ratings are down this year, in part, because LeBron James is in the playoffs. I've been hard on LeBron James since the NBA restart, and he deserves it, to be honest. This stuff he is peddling is ruining the NBA. But LeBron is not doing this on his own. The sports media is playing a huge role in the decline of the NBA because they continue to keep the social justice push going. The media the other day, they asked LeBron about the LA County sheriff, the whole thing where the sheriff asked LeBron James to match the $100,000 or whatever the dollar amount was, the reward to catch the dude that shot the two cops out in Los Angeles. So the media asked LeBron about it, and to my pleasant surprise, he refused to comment. I thought it was great. That's exactly what I have been saying for the past 2 months. Do not comment on social and political issues. You can't win. The only way you can win is by saying nothing at all. I actually commend LeBron James for not commenting on that situation and just adding fuel to the fire. Look at what's happening right now to Charles Barkley. During the postgame show on TNT Thursday night after Game 4 between the Nuggets and Lakers, somehow the Breonna Taylor situation was brought up. I don't remember how it was brought up, nor do I understand why it was brought up. I mean, it's an NBA postgame show, not a political debate. But anyway, here is what Charles Barkley had to say about the Breonna Taylor situation. Quote, I don't think this one was like George Floyd or Ahmaud Arbery and things like that. I feel sad that this young lady lost her life, but I am worried to lump all these situations together. We do have to take into account that her boyfriend shot at the cops and shot a cop. Now, Shaq, he echoed Charles Barkley's comments. Here's what he said, quote, I have to agree with Charles. This one is sort of lumped in. Everyone was asking for murder charges. When you talk about murder, you have to show intent. A homicide occurred, and we're sorry a homicide occurred. When you have a warrant signed by the judge, you are doing your job, and I would imagine that you would fire back, end quote. I mean, that sounds pretty reasonable to me. I don't like the fact that Charles Barkley and Shaq are talking about the situation during a post-game show that's supposed to provide analysis on the game that just happened, but their comments make sense to me. But not the social justice warriors. No. The SJWs, they were outraged. They couldn't believe that two black men would be talking subversive like this. The blue check marks were out in full force on Twitter, criticizing both Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal for daring to speak out against the political narrative the NBA and sports media are pushing. How dare you have a different opinion? See, that's the problem with this whole thing. That's the problem with the entire narrative the NBA is sided with. They say they want to initiate the conversation around social justice or racial politics or whatever, but that's only if you agree with them. If you disagree, they will drag you on Twitter, on television, on radio. They will try and cancel you. You're not allowed to have an opinion. You're only allowed to agree with theirs. That's the only time your voice matters, is if you agree with their opinion. We should be talking about LeBron's 10th appearance in the NBA Finals right now. We should be talking about LeBron taking over in the fourth quarter last night. At 35 years old, he was the best player on the floor and late in that game. He's the most conditioned athlete in the NBA right now. At 35 years old, I mean, that's remarkable. We should be talking about Anthony Davis stepping up big in the Western Conference Finals and making his first appearance in the NBA Finals. We should be talking about the Denver Nuggets playoff run and how they're going to be a threat out west for the next decade or so. But that's not what the NBA wants us talking about. This is bigger than basketball, is what they say. Okay, but be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for, LeBron James, Adam Silver. Be careful what you wish for, Chris Paul, the president of the NBA Players Association. CP3 told CNN the other day that NBA players are woke and they want to continue these conversations. Now, you won't get any disagreement from me there. We can all see that NBA players are woke. I believe we're on the precipice of seeing the lowest rated NBA finals in history, at least modern history. With the state that the league is in right now, they needed something to draw disillusioned viewers back in. Heat Lakers or Celtics Lakers? I don't think that's going to do it. Neither the Heat or the Celtics have a mainstream star player that people care about. What the NBA needed right now was a popular superstar to knock off LeBron James, someone people could get behind. Because I think the majority of pissed off NBA fans want to see LeBron James lose right now. The NBA had that in Giannis, but he screwed that up with the entire boycott last month. I think we could see 2003, 2007 level of NBA Finals ratings this year, meaning we could see less than 10 million people tuning in, which would be disastrous for the NBA in terms of public relations anyway. The league needs to wake up. And I'm not talking about woke either. I mean, they need to wake up to the fact that people are not buying what they're selling. People are not buying into woke politics. People don't want to hear professional athletes preach politics to them. They just don't. The damage has been done. I'm not sure what the NBA could do at this point to get back the audience that they've lost. Just getting back to playing basketball, I don't think that's going to be enough. In the short term anyway. I feel like it's going to take years before the NBA returns to the level of popularity they had 6 or 7 years ago. All right, that's all for today. Hit that like and subscribe button. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Leave me a comment in the section below. Tell me what you think about the NBA Finals. Is this going to be the lowest viewed NBA Finals in modern history? Also, let me know what you guys think about Charles Barkley and Shaq's comments the other night on the Breonna Taylor situation. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Have any questions, a topic you'd like me to discuss, you can email me at BTLKC84@gmail.com. I'll see you guys next time.